Hello, everybody, and welcome to my garage. Today, we're going to be starting what will hopefully be the beginning of a journey from the very bottom all the way to the top. This is a brand new save that I just started. I did a little bit of work gathering things up, as you can see. I went out and bought us a B200 that's seen some better days. Got it for fairly cheap. Then hopped on the old internet and got a full 12 valve swap kit. And the motor's not exactly stock, but hopefully that won't be too much of a problem for our old B200. But I mean, this guy, he gave me everything. We got the transmission, we got the starter, we got the exhaust, which hopefully the exhaust fits because he wasn't sure if it would. If not, we'll figure something out. We got a radiator, we got the built motor, and we have a brand new gas tank. I need to get this exhaust out of the way so I can see. We have a brand new gas tank here that is full of diesel fuel, which will come quite in handy considering right now this old truck has a gas motor that surprisingly enough, no hint from the damage, it doesn't run at all. Like it can maybe start, but it just immediately dies right back out. And I'm pretty sure it had one hell of a fucking bottom end tick in it. If I could start it properly. Yeah, it's got one hell of a rattle in there. I mean, it sounds good, but it is trashed. I do not plan on using this motor unless I give it a full rebuild, which at that point, from what it sounds like and what it looks like visually, we'll just start over. First things first, we gotta get what's left of the front end ripped off of it. We gotta figure out some way to hopefully fix this cab. If not, cut it apart and replace parts of it. Because I don't know if I want to go through all the effort of trying to replace the entire cab. If I have to, I will, but I'd rather not. Actually, let's get all the 12 valve parts out of the bed because the bed will have to come off too at some point. It is a little worse for wear also. Hopefully it's fixable. If not, we might have to get repair panels for it. Oh man, it is actually it's pretty rough. I didn't even notice the inside of the bed was jacked up too. We might be buying a new bed for it. Man. But to be fair, I only paid like 1,500 bucks for the truck. So for what it is, might have paid a hair too much, but it'll be fine. I paid like twice as much for the motor and all of its parts that it came with versus what I paid for the truck itself. But it is what it is. So I think first things first, we're gonna pop this hood off. should be free. Let's throw this over in the yard. That fender's definitely mangled, so we're gonna go ahead and get rid of it. Is that it? Just the three bolts. Okay. Just the three bolts on that. That inner fender's probably gonna have to go. Let's see here. Can we get this whole radiator support and grill and everything off at once? If we find the right bolts, I suppose. There we go. Okay. That mangled mess of front end is gone. Pretty sure this is a bumper bolt and this is a bumper bolt. They're already loose, so maybe not. So where are our bumper bolts at? Maybe it's this one. Yes, they go on the side. Okay. Mangled bumper, gone. Other mangled fender, gone. Let's go ahead and get this battery disconnected. Get it pulled out. I believe that's a good battery. Oh, we got some rust in here. That's gonna need replaced. Did not see that when I bought the truck. Let's finish getting this battery cable off. See, we should have one to the alternator, one on the back of the motor, and one on the starter. That should be the bat. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. I'll just lay it on top. All right, that's the battery cable. I'll lay that next to the battery. Um, Fuel line should be on the back of the motor, I believe. Maybe. Not? I thought it was on the back of the motor. But nope. I lied. It's on the side. Grab that, maybe. There we go. Throw that on the shelf. Let's go ahead and grab the exhaust off of it. Let that one drop to the ground. Grab the other one. Grab the engine mounts. Oh, got to take transmission off of it. Engine will not come out with the transmission on it. Okay. Motor is out. Now, do we see any holes in the block? I don't see any, but that block is very... Oh, I just unscrewed something. That's why I don't like walking around with a wrench in my hand. Tend to unscrew things you don't want to unscrew. Oh, I see we have mismatched exhaust. Oh, no, we don't. It was just glitched into the ground. I was going to say, that'd be the first time I've seen mismatched exhaust like that. Why is this motor rolling around like that? Just Lay here, please. All right, that's gonna have to come out, which is unfortunate because I was not planning on that. Let's get the transmission out of here too, because I know that's not gonna be the same one as what we need for our new motor. Oh, hey, dummy. Take the drive shaft off of it. If I can. Oh, I can't quite reach the bolts. That's lovely. Okay, so we're gonna do it this way. No, we're not. Just kidding. Huh. So how am I going to get to those bolts to get the transmission out of here? Because I know it is not the same transmission. Ooh. Just like this, maybe. Where's the other bolt? Hopefully that was the right bolt. Yes, it was. Okay. You can go there because we don't need you anymore. Done with the wrench, hopefully. That's junk. Take one of these. Take a disc, put it on the grinder. And I need to cut like this weld. Is it it? I thought there was more than that. Oh, you know what? I don't think there's even any welds. I think these are bolted on. I think I just cut a firewall weld. Yeah, they're bolted on. That's what these bolts in the top of the frame are for. See, this is the problem about having a wrecked vehicle. You can't tell where the bolts for things are. One, three. Oh, uh-oh. What'd I just take off? I just loosened something. What was it? Well, hopefully it wasn't important because I have no clue what it was. Okay. So that's the front end stripped. Oh, I guess I'll go ahead and take this mount out too while we're here. It needs to come out anyway. That should be this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. That is the front cross member. Now, that will not go in the backpack. Most of this probably isn't going to go in the backpack, which is unfortunate. But I say we go ahead and throw the, well, no, we can't because we don't have that cross member. Shoot. I have to figure something out here. Because I'm gonna need a way to get these parts back to the house. Seeing as how my only means of transportation is broken. I actually had to push it to where it is now because anytime you try to drive it, it would just stall right out. So I can't exactly just put it back together and use it to go get the parts. Well, um, hmm. Let's take a taxi down to the junkyard just to see if we can find any parts for it, and then we'll figure it out from there. All right, we're here at the junkyard. Let's see if we can find the parts we need. I'm hoping there's just a truck here that we can maybe afford to buy to just scavenge the parts off. Oh my god, this thing's been stripped out. Majorly stripped out. Does not appear that there's any B200s. That does look like a roof section there, though. That is a B200 roof. We will need that, and I think it even matches the color.
You woke me.
So that'll be perfect. We'll set, oh, I guess we can't drag it the whole way out there. Set that there, because we will need that. I was hoping there'd be a whole truck. What is this? That's a Super Duty door. Don't need that. That's an OBS fender. Don't need that. What is this? It's a door panel for something. Headliner for a rat. There's a power wagon inner fender. Power wagon core support. Bed floor for a power wagon. It's all power wagon parts today. That's for a Jesse. Don't need that. There's a piece of a lift kit. Hmm. Well, the nice thing about this junkyard is they have a rotating stock. So, we come back tomorrow, and there will be all new stuff here. It's a little unconventional for a junkyard, but it makes it nice for us. And as of right now, what's this? That's an OBS line. Damn. Looks like all we're getting out of this round is the roof. We buy that. Bed turbo exhaust. Interesting, interesting. Now the task is how are we gonna get parts back? That is the question. Okay, we're gonna make some phone calls and see what we can do here. All right, another day, and we actually got a taxi back into town yesterday, and ended up going down to the truck rental place and got ourselves a little bit of a flatbed to help get the parts back. It is a little bit of money to spend, but there really wasn't much of a choice any other way. So now we're gonna hope and pray that there's parts here that we can use. Now I do see this right off the bat. It is a dually bed design. We do not have a dually. I think it's also the longer bed too. So I don't think that'll come in handy for us. I believe this is for the longer bed too. Oh, it's actually for an OBS. Anyway, so not a thing for us to have. I do see this. See, we got some good parts. We got a good door here. A complete door, which is good. That hood's a little bent. So is this fender. I believe this fender is good. Let's see here. I did bring my tools. I did not bring the hammer. Oops. Well, I'm not gonna take a chance on the hood because it is pretty well beat up. And those inner fenders are pretty well beat up too. I am, however, going to, if I can get to the bolt, take this fender. I'm gonna take this door. Come on. Unscrew the bolt, please. I'm gonna take that door. Tell. With this sticking up through here, I'm gonna say this bumper is also bent, so we're not gonna take it. Don't think we need anything else off of. Oh, you know what? You know what? You know what? Um, I think the core support's bent too. I don't want to take a chance on bent parts and whether or not I can fix them. I'd just as soon come back another day and hope there's something else here. What we got here? Floor, bed wall. Don't need a bed wall. What's this? OBS. Don't need that. Chad bumper. Full on Super Duty cab sitting here. Let's see what. Oh, hello. What are you? Sweet. We got a cross member.
You again?
So in theory, with that, we have everything we need to fix the cab, I believe, minus maybe a windshield. We could, in theory, drive the truck once we put that cross member in. Now, by no means will it be legal, but we could do it. How does the windshield look in this? What windshield? Never mind. Look at this. Bedside. All right. Drop this. Put it back in my backpack. We're going to buy you. We're going to buy you. We're going to buy you. And hopefully, with that, we can start putting the B200 back together. At least enough that it can be driven. Because this old truck here is costing me $150 a day to use it. So I prefer to use it as little as possible. The quicker we can get our truck into a driving state to where we can maybe run it here and back, the happier I'll be. I'm also noticing that this truck's almost out of fuel too, which is lovely. Only thing I wish they would have had a box truck for me, but all they had when I went there was flatbeds. I hope it all stays on the bed. All right, get this old girl unloaded. Set that there. Set the door here too. This is what I want to see. Grab the hammer. Do we get any points on it? Where we're... All right, so that means it's either too far gone or it's perfectly fine. Judging by the way it fit, that's not where I wanted that. Judging by the way it fit on that other truck, I'm going to say it's perfectly fine, which is exactly what I needed. Okay, just fall on the floor, I guess. Onto the shelf with ye. And actually, I will need this to put that cross member and the engine in. Day 2 and we got the cross member. That is just magical. Couldn't ask for better luck. Now every other time we go there, we're not gonna find a single thing we need. We got the cross member. That's the only other thing we're getting now. We're never gonna see any parts we need ever again. In with the motor. Oh, okay. Slight hint of lag. Oh, I just remembered we're gonna need a tire and a wheel. Shit. We should have stole that off that truck. Actually, I think that would. I wasn't paying attention. That might have been a dually. Anyway, let's get our fancy exhaust. Maybe get our fancy exhaust in here. Hmm, there it goes. And it is a perfect fit for this truck. That is wonderful. I was afraid it wouldn't fit. Probably should have put the transmission in first, though. Especially considering I can't see anything I need to see now. Oh boy. All right, I need to get that exhaust out of there so I can see what I'm doing. I see the bolts are doubled up. There we go. There's not one in that cross member because I can't see it if there is. I feel like there should be one more bolt somewhere. Maybe not. Let's get the starter in. What side does it go on? Right there. There's one more. There's two more. All right. Let's get the battery wires back in. there not one that goes? Oh wait, hold on. Starter was on this side. Never mind. There it is. And I believe, just for the sake of seeing if this thing runs, it probably was not going to let me put this panel back in now. Nope, it won't. Okay. So we're not going to be able to see if it runs until we get the new panel. Let's get the fuel line back on, wherever it ends up going. I have no clue. This side, right there. I don't know where the actual line is, but that's where that goes. Tank of diesel. Go ahead and throw that exhaust back in. Come back here and see if we can get this bed ripped off. That should be the bed. Oop, just casually setting that on my new roof. Then we should be crouch down here to get these ones out. That one and that one. Bam. On the bright side, I believe this truck was almost out of fuel anyway, so it's not like I lost a lot of money on fuel. Get the diesel in. Oh, okay. Gotta crouch down again to get this tightened up. I see we pushed the truck a little bit in our rummaging around. Okay. Now my goal is to get some fender liners. So honestly, I think rather than going back to the junkyard and hoping there's fender liners there, I think I'm just gonna bite the bullet and go down to the auto parts store, get a new wheel, get a new tire, and get some fender liners, one for each side. All right, just got done here at the auto shop. Um, I ended up getting a radiator support too because they were running a deal on them. They were fairly cheap. But I got the tire, I got the wheel, got to the two fender supports, and the radiator support. Now, much to my dismay, while I was in there talking to the guy in the shop, heard a big old crash out here. Came outside, car driving away, walked around the front of the truck. Somebody hit it. And he's a small enough store, he doesn't have any security cameras. And the car was too far away by the time we got out here to be able to see it that way. So I might be footing the bill to repair the rental truck. unfortunately, which really sucks because that was not on the agenda. But is what it is. I also filled the tank up a little bit because it was running on fumes by the time I got here. See if it still drives straight. So far, seems to be driving straight, so that's good. I mean, suspension's not hurt. All right, guys. Did a little bit of stuff off camera. We got the whole front end put together. Got the battery in it. I got engine oil in it. I got coolant in it. Everything's hooked up fuel wise. So in theory, we should be able to run this thing. Got the glow plug light. Okay. She runs. Temp is staying down, so that's good. Does she move? I suppose you can take the handbrake off. I believe we got ourselves a runner. Temp is coming up a little bit. Let's see. Let's shut it off just for safety. Coolant's still there. Hmm. I wonder. To be honest, there's no. Hmm. I don't know if it's just a thing with this engine, but I don't see a water pump. I mean, we didn't lose any coolant, so it's not. Huh. I don't know. We'll figure that out in the next one. I'm happy. We at least got it running and moving. Um, Next time we'll start messing with the cab and see if we can find some parts for the bed. But that's it for this one. And I will see you in the next episode.